I'm not gonna lie, I thought the First Omen was gonna be bad. The first trailer, the initial trailer that just didn't show a lot, was amazing. But then the second trailer, to me, wasn't that good. So I was worried, and I doubted this film. I never should have done that, because oh my god, was this film so eerie and so just sneakily horrific, and it really just crept up on you. It is probably my favorite horror movie of the year. It's definitely better than Immaculate, which is really similar, and I want to compare them at the end of the video. And the lead performance by Neil Tiger Free was great. You know, compared to Sydney Sweeney and Immaculate, Neil Tiger Free was like, I don't even know how to describe it, but she was incredibly good in this movie in comparison to Sydney Sweeney. And yeah, just the way that she's able to inhabit multiple personas, that innocent nun type of performance, the rebellious type of performance, the horrific type of performance. She embodies all three so well. And really, I believed every scene that she was a part of. There were certain body horror-esque sequences that she really acted her heart out for, and I was so there for it. There was just one bit towards the end where it just kind of kept going and the camera kept staying on her, and I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. This is such a good horror performance. Like, I was reminded a lot of Sophia Wilde from Talk to Me, just in the sense of like a genuinely wonderful horror performance that isn't just like an okay performance, but like good for horror standards. Like, no, this was just a great performance all around. And anyways, I can't stop talking enough about that performance, so I'm going to move on from that. If you don't know about this film, I just want to quickly explain it. The First Omen is a prequel to this movie called The Omen, which I had really never heard of until like 2 weeks ago. And it's all about Neil Tiger Free, who plays this nun that is going to Rome to take like the veil or something to begin her like official nunhood, essentially. And while she's in Rome, she makes this horrifying discovery about the birth of the son of the devil, essentially. And yeah, very similar to Immaculate, if you know about Immaculate. So that's why I've been comparing the two. But this film just, it sneaks up on you in its creepiness and in its horror. It takes its time. It's a 2-hour film, and it utilizes that runtime perfectly. I can't imagine this film being shorter or longer. You know, it's just the slow burn that I love to watch. And there are these visions that some people, I guess, could call gimmicky. To me, I loved the visions. I felt like that they were all different enough from each other, but all just as gruesome, you know, where it really worked. And there were certain callbacks to the original Omen, which I watched right after this film, that fans of the film would love to see, because it takes those callbacks and it adds something to them. Because there is an original film, I don't think it's spoiler to say that the son is born, but the journey to that is still so well executed, and I think it does put a couple of spins on it at the end that are really satisfying and add to this film, and could potentially lead to following Omen films. Do I think that they're gonna happen? No, because the box office for this film does not look too great, but on its own, this film works really well, and I really appreciate it for existing and for being a great horror film. If you are a fan of horror, I highly, highly recommend that you go and check this movie out, because I really don't think that you'll be disappointed. With that all being said, I'm going to give this review 4 stars, but what about all of you? What did you think of this film? If you've already seen it, please feel free to let me know in the comments down below, and while you're down there, feel free to like, subscribe, do whatever you gotta do. The First Omen is definitely the better nun film of the 2 nun films that are coming out within like 2 to 3 weeks of each other. So yeah, if you've seen Immaculate, I still recommend that you go and see The First Omen, because it's just better. Sure, is it similar? Yeah, but it's a better time. I promise you. Go and check that film out. I'll see you all in the next video. Take care.